Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. I was not going to listen to this interview that Carlos had with Annemarie Wiley from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But when I heard her say what she said about Garcelle Bouvier, I was like, let me listen. Now, there is one thing about Carlos when he interviews people. He has the ability to make you see people a little different. Annemarie is not my favorite person. First of all, her name is spelled Annne. That's Ann, but she wants us to call her Anna. Okay. She explained the 8.5. She said, as an athlete, you're not perfect. Her husband calling her 8.5. She knows that he's being honest with her. And that's how they are, honest and truthful. Girl, 8.5. So she says she's biracial. Her mother is Dutch. Her father is Nigerian. She's never met her mother and her father. She was adopted at 2 weeks old by an Asian family, and she grew up in Vancouver, Canada. During this conversation, it kind of come out that maybe her father, being Nigerian, doesn't know that she even exists because it's an interracial relationship, and the mother, she said she never wanted to be found, and she probably didn't even tell the father. That is a little wild. So her life really went like this. She was adopted. She was raised by, like I said, an Asian family. She had no connection to her black culture side, right? She played basketball in high school and college. She graduated nursing school. Then she moved to California. She got married, had 4 kids, and ended up on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's her life in a nutshell. She said she had great parents. They got a divorce and she was raised by a single mother, right? So her adoptive mother has since passed away. Now, we heard about that in her article when she said she wasn't coming back to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, right? And she said she just learned a whole lot. And she loves her husband because he's like teaching their children about their culture, and she is still learning too. So then Carlos was like, as he was watching the show, because she came in 6 weeks after Beverly Hills had started filming, because she lives in the neighborhood with Kyle Richards, and Kyle contacted her. Then Bravo contacted her, and then 2 weeks later she was on the show. She was like, no, Carlos was like she was a fireball. She came to make some stuff shake. She talked about an esophagus the entire season. Now, she said she has all of this stuff to talk about. She has all this family and all this stuff, and Bravo did not want to do that. 100%, I feel like they wanted to talk about that little situation with her husband at that university, and she said no, and they said okay. Now, she said they taped scenes with her family, right? And her whole life and all of this good stuff. And then Carlos asked her, like, well, why do you think they didn't show that? I could not believe he asked her that, i.e. Destiny Payton. Because he said, when you don't give people anything to film, they don't film. Ding, 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 ding. Let's keep going. She then started talking about the housewife situation. She said that Garcelle was real good to her. They was real nice. They talked and everything before the camera started filming. But after, she's friends with Sutton, and she kind of not talk to her like that. And she felt like Garcelle didn't take up for her. She also said that she doesn't think Garcelle wanted her on the show, and Garcelle wanted to be the only black person. Because if Garcelle is the only black person on the show, she could make the ladies seem as if they don't like black people, because Garcelle's the only black girl on the show. I don't think I like that in particular. I understood what she was saying, but I didn't like it. So Carlos said that he was like an advocate for her to come back, by his podcast, through his podcast. And she said she thought she would come back because they didn't really film a lot about her family, what she does, her and her husband. And he asked her, how did she find out? She said they called her from Bravo and told her services are no longer needed. Now, this is something she said that I do believe. She said if the esophagus situation had been delivered by Kathy Hilton, they would have just laughed it off. But because she did it, they made it a big deal. And the person who mentioned it was Kyle, because Kyle and Sutton was fussing in the kitchen, and she mentioned that Sutton doesn't eat a lot because of her small esophagus. But you took the bait, Annemarie, and you ran with it. And that was your storyline. And it was horrible. So they ended it talking about how she felt about the ladies. She said this season, Crystal won't have a storyline. She said that she hopes that Kyle has peace. We all hope that. She says that she hopes that Dorit and PK work it out, right? She said that she wishes Sutton good luck with her horses. She hopes that Garcelle finds a man, because she always talks about her ex-husband. And she says she hopes that Erica continues to soar. I mean, it was a good interview. I did learn a lot about her, and she does have a lot of story to tell, but I don't think she's that interesting. And that is why she's no longer on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's your girl, Millie Chun. We can talk about it. Bye.